In the vast world we live in, the forces of strength and challenge are forever intertwined, much like dancers in a relentless performance. You, the chosen ones, are on the brink of achieving great things, filled with endless potential. However, you face adversaries who doubt your strength and fail to see the divine power that you hold. This ongoing battle isn't just about showing physical strength. It's a deep spiritual journey, a path that leads you to discover who you really are. Welcome this journey with open arms, because it's through these challenges that your true strength comes to light. Facing difficulties is a common thread that runs through everyone's life. If we look back through history and the stories of old, the most celebrated heroes always encountered severe trials. These challenges aren't just roadblocks meant to defeat you. They're there to wake up the powerful potential that lies dormant within you. By overcoming these challenges, you tap into an incredible power inside you, elevating from being just another person to someone with extraordinary abilities. This is your own epic tale, where every hardship you conquer brings you closer to your ultimate purpose. True power isn't about ruling over others, but about mastering yourself. It's about having the courage to face your fears and to step into the unknown with bravery and belief in yourself. This kind of inner power is without limits, only confined by what you believe is possible. As chosen ones, you naturally connect to this divine energy, a source of endless potential just waiting to be recognized and harnessed by you. Your adventure is about realizing this power and using it to rise above the challenges that life throws at you. Every classic story of overcoming hardship reveals a critical truth. Our toughest challenges are often the doors to our most significant growth. These stories act like mirrors, showing us the infinite potential within us all. They reassure us that, no matter how tough the obstacles, our inner strength and faith can carry us through to victory. It's through facing these trials that we uncover how resilient and capable we truly are. Consider the well-known tale of David and Goliath, for example. David was just a young shepherd, an ordinary boy who seemed no match for Goliath, a fearsome warrior who intimidated everyone around him. Goliath, dressed in heavy armor, seemed unbeatable and challenged the Israelites every day for 40 days, daring someone to fight him. David, driven by a righteous anger and unshakable faith, chose to confront Goliath. Armed only with a simple slingshot and a few stones, he faced the giant. Against all odds and the fears of his people, David stepped up. David's victory over Goliath wasn't just about defeating a giant. It was a deep lesson about the power of faith and inner courage. His confidence came from his strong belief in a higher power and in his own abilities. When Goliath tried to intimidate him, David responded confidently, saying, "You come against me with sword and spear, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty." With just one precise shot from his slingshot, David knocked Goliath down, showing that the truest form of strength comes from within. Picture yourself standing on the brink of a huge challenge. Around you, there are people who doubt you. They look at you with a sureness in their eyes, talking down to you as if they know you can't succeed. You feel the heavy burden of their low expectations pushing against you, trying to shrink you down to fit their narrow view of what you can do. Yet, deep inside you, there's a tiny spark of something powerful they can't see. This kind of situation isn't strange or rare. We've all been there at some point, facing others who don't see our worth, feeling like the world is ready to label us as unimportant. But it's these very moments that are crucial. They push us to turn inward, to face our own doubts and fears, and to find strength deep within ourselves. This is where true power lies. This is where those who are meant to rise above find their endless potential. When we're put in these tough spots, feeling the weight of other people's doubts, it can be crushing. The people around us might seem so sure of themselves, so dismissive of us, that we start to question if they're right. But it's exactly in these times of uncertainty that our real strength shows up. Facing down our fears and tapping into our inner strength allows us to exceed expectations and prove our real worth. This journey, This battle within to discover and free our true selves isn't easy, but it's necessary to unlock the full scale of our capabilities. The doubts and challenges thrown at us by others often mirror the internal battles we're fighting. By overcoming these external challenges, we also tackle our own internal fears. This process of facing and conquering both the doubts within us and the skepticism from others is crucial. It teaches us an important lesson. Real power doesn't come from others' approval, but from believing in ourselves. Take, for example, the story of Neo from the film The Matrix. Initially, Neo is just an average guy, full of doubts and unsure about being labeled as the One. He faces enormous pressure from his supporters, who believe in him, and his enemies, who want to stop him. This intense pressure tests him, filling him with doubt. But as he moves forward, Neo learns that his strength doesn't come from what others expect of him, but from his own self-belief. This story mirrors our own struggles. It shows the powerful transformation that comes from self-discovery and believing in oneself. Neo, who is also known by his everyday name, Thomas Anderson, is a computer programmer and a part-time hacker. His life takes a dramatic turn when he meets Morpheus, an infamous hacker who opens his eyes to the reality of the Matrix, a simulated world designed to keep humans under control. Morpheus believes Neo is the One, destined to free humanity from this virtual imprisonment. Accepting this path throws Neo into a journey full of self-discovery and heavy responsibility. Often, those who doubt us share similar traits. They're arrogant, overly confident, and quick to dismiss others. These individuals project their own insecurities onto others, trying to make others feel small because they're afraid of what they don't understand. They aim to foster doubt and fear to maintain their sense of control. However, instead of breaking us, these challenges can ignite the realization of our true potential, awakening the strength we hold within. In our lives, whether it's at work, with friends, or among family, we often face people who doubt us. These people can criticize us, look at us skeptically, and seem to push against our attempts to grow and succeed. But interestingly, it's exactly this opposition that ends up showing our true strength. There's a sort of irony here. They don't realize that by challenging us, they're actually helping us unlock our full potential. They become unwilling villains in our personal stories, pushing us to achieve greater things. The overconfidence and arrogance of these skeptics often blind them to what we're really capable of. They think their doubts and criticisms can break our spirit. However, what actually happens is the opposite. Their disbelief just fuels our desire to prove them wrong. This dynamic between being doubted and rising above it is a powerful driver of personal growth and transformation. The role of these doubters in our lives isn't just an obstacle to overcome, it's an essential part of our journey. They make us face our own fears and insecurities, question our self-beliefs, and dig deep to find the inner strength to keep going. Through these challenges, we discover our true power and potential. In a way, the difficulties they bring into our lives are hidden blessings, pushing us to evolve and grow. Take, for example, the story of Joan of Arc. Joan was just a young peasant girl from a small village in France, but she claimed to have visions from God, telling her to help Charles VII reclaim France from English control during the 100 Years' War. Despite having no formal education or military training, Joan led the French army to several important victories. Her journey wasn't easy. She faced a lot of skepticism and disbelief from both enemies and allies due to her young age and gender. But her strong faith and determination broke through these doubts and led her to become a symbol of resilience and divine inspiration. Joan's story started when she was about 13 years old. Living in the village of Domremy, she was deeply religious from a very young age. When she began to hear voices she believed were from God, guiding her to undertake a mission that was extraordinary for someone of her background. Despite the immense risks, including the threat of being executed, Joan's faith didn't waver. She wore armor, led soldiers into battle, and was pivotal in lifting the siege of Orleans, turning the tide of the war in favor of the French. Joan's rise was rapid and remarkable, In a time when women were mostly powerless, she shattered societal expectations and assumed a role usually held by men. Her leadership in battle won her the respect of her troops and astonishment from her foes. Despite her lack of experience, Joan showed incredible bravery and resilience, inspiring those around her with her acts of courage and strong faith. This idea, that the presence of challenges and doubters in our lives is not by chance, but is part of a larger divine plan, can be quite comforting and empowering. It suggests that every hurdle we face is there for a reason, that these opponents are crucial for our spiritual growth. By understanding this, we can start to see these challenges not as mere obstacles, but as important lessons and opportunities for growth. By understanding this, we can start to see these challenges not as mere obstacles, but as important lessons and opportunities for growth. This shift in perspective can change how we approach adversity, allowing us to tackle it with purpose and confidence. Accepting that our journey is part of a divine design can also help us develop patience and resilience. Knowing that there is a higher power guiding us gives us the strength to endure tough times. It's a reminder that we are not alone and that our struggles are part of a bigger cosmic story. This view can motivate us to keep going, to reach deeper into our inner strength, and to trust in the path our spiritual journey is taking us on. In our everyday lives, whether at work, in our friendships, or within our families, we often encounter people who doubt our abilities. These individuals might openly criticize us, challenge our capabilities, or simply radiate skepticism about our potential to succeed. But intriguingly, their doubt and opposition serve as a significant catalyst for our growth. Unbeknownst to them, by questioning our abilities, they play an essential role in our personal development, pushing us to unlock and harness our true strengths. These skeptics often display arrogance and overconfidence, mistakenly believing that their negative views can dampen our spirits. However, they fail to realize that their skepticism actually does the opposite. It ignites a fire within us, a determination to prove them wrong. This interaction between doubt and personal achievement is a powerful force that drives us to surpass the limitations others set for us and to redefine our own potential. The role of these doubters in our lives goes beyond mere obstacles to overcome. They are crucial to our journey. They compel us to confront our own inner fears and doubts, to challenge and question our own beliefs, and to delve deeply into ourselves to unearth inner strength and resilience that we might not have recognized before. Through facing these challenges, we discover our true capabilities and unlock our potential. In essence, the doubts and challenges posed by others are hidden blessings. They are necessary provocations that push us to grow and evolve. For example, consider the historical figure Joan of Arc. Joan was a young peasant girl who lived in France centuries ago. Despite having no formal education or military training, she felt a divine calling to support King Charles VII and help reclaim France from English domination during the Hundred Years' War. Her life took a dramatic turn when, at just 17 years old, she led the French army to several critical victories. Despite facing immense skepticism and doubt from both her enemies and allies, Joan's unwavering faith and strong determination broke through these barriers, ultimately leading her to become a symbol of resilience and divine mission. Joan's story began in her small village, where she was known for her piety and strong religious faith. From a young age, she experienced visions and heard voices she believed were from saints guiding her to save her country. These divine messages prompted her to take a bold step beyond the traditional roles expected of women at the time. Wearing armor and leading troops into battle, Joan defied the societal norms of her era. Her leadership and courage in the face of adversity not only shifted the course of the war, but also marked her as one of history's most remarkable figures of faith and bravery. Thus, the presence of doubt and opposition in our lives should not be viewed merely as challenges to endure, but as integral components of our personal and spiritual journeys. These skeptics and their doubts force us to probe deeper into ourselves, challenging us to overcome internal and external barriers and to emerge stronger. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow stronger and to affirm our own capabilities. This dynamic, where opposition fuels personal growth, is not unique to any one person. It is a universal truth. Each of us has the potential to transform skepticism into a driving force for our own development. By understanding and embracing this, we can approach each challenge not just as a hurdle to overcome, but as a chance to demonstrate our true strength and potential. In summary, our journey through life is punctuated by the presence of those who doubt us. Their skepticism, rather than breaking us, is a vital part of our development. It pushes us to uncover and utilize our deepest strengths, leading us to realize our full potential. Like Joan of Arc, each of us has the ability to turn doubt into a defining moment of victory, proving that true strength lies within our belief in ourselves and our determination to succeed.